You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Live fans, we're going to be talking about the Marxist NBA of China because we are about to talk about these NBA players and the jab. These NBA players are complete hypocrites. Complete hypocrites, and they probably didn't think that we would actually catch on to what they were doing. Now, guys, we know that there's vaccine mandates out there in major cities. Politicians are telling you, you got to get the jab or you can't go into society and operate, as a citizen anymore. New York is doing that. It's pretty bad, okay? But however, the NBA, the players, they have told the NBA, hell no, you're not going to mandate a vaccine to us. Now, apparently the NBA actually wanted to do this, but the NBAPA, the Players Association, said, oh no, you will not do this to us. Let's go over here to Outkick, guys. NBA won't force vaccine on players. Will left-leaning cities let them play? Now, we're going to be diving into that because I already talked about New York here. But I believe there's another angle also that exposes the hypocrisy of NBA players. It says here, the NBA will not mandate players receive the COVID-19 vaccine to play this season. Lead sources revealed this information to ESPN on Tuesday after negotiations between the NBAPA and NBA. The NBA was most likely of the professional sports leagues to enforce a vax to play rule, and perhaps the league wished it could have. ESPN says it was the National Basketball Players Association that stopped it. The NBAPA described the matter as a non-starter, which is why Adam Silver could not channel his inner Joe Biden. Because you got to remember, guys, Biden's out there. He is now mandating that over 100 million Americans get the jab to go to work. But here is the hypocrisy of the NBA players. These NBA players were out there in the bubble, kneeling for Black Lives Matter and all that, telling people to go out and vote for Democrats, vote for Joe Biden. And Joe Biden right now is telling you that you got to get a jab to go to work. Or if you don't do it, you can't go to work. These NBA players now don't want the NBA to force them to get the jab, but they wanted you to vote for people that are now telling you you have to get the jab. You see the hypocrisy in that? You see the hypocrisy of LeBron James, Chris Paul, and the NBA Players Association? They wanted you to vote for this stuff in the last election. And guess what? They did it. They got what they wanted. And now the NBA players don't want to have to play by the rules that are put in place by politicians that they wanted you to vote for. Can't support the NBA. These guys are complete idiots, okay? But it goes on here on Outkick. It seems the companies across the country with over 100 employees need an NBAPA of their own, or at least a few lawyers. But of course, we know the everyday Joes don't have that kind of representation, okay? We don't. Furthermore, while players can remain unvaccinated in the NBA, their seasons won't be back to normal just yet. A preliminary memo revealed that the NBA is considering strict protocols for unvaccinated players. And here they are. And we had already touched on a few of these things. Quote, such protocols include having lockers far from vaccinated teammates and having to eat, fly, and ride buses in different sections. A preliminary memo revealed, according to Baxter Holmes and Adrian Wojnarowski. Quote, these protocols are not final and are subject to talks with the NBAPA. This is segregation, folks. So by the NBA's thinking here, the virus is just going to forget when all of these players on the court, they're just going to say, hey, guys, we can't go and infect the players. They're practicing right now. They're playing games or something like that. We'll just wait till they're in the locker room. Guys, this is ridiculous here. Segregated locker rooms, have lockers far away in different eating facilities. But when these players go ahead and practice, they're in contact with one another, the virus is just going to magically disappear. This is ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. The NBA and NBAPA will continue to negotiate over aspects of COVID-related protocols and procedures for the upcoming 2021-22 season. There is, however, another complication to the news today. New laws in New York and San Francisco will exclude the unvaccinated from attending home games for the Nets and Warriors this season. The NBA says these requirements include the team's players unless there is an approved medical or religious exemption. So think of this. If LeBron James doesn't want to get the jab and he's going up against the Nets, national TV, Madison Square Garden, apparently he won't be able to play. Think about that. And we know that these players, some of these guys don't want to get the jab. But you know what? The NBA may actually try to put rules in place the way that the NFL did to make your life a living hell if you do not want to get the jab. Clay Travis spoke about this factor on Tuesday's Outkick show. Quote, the NBA Players Association, credit to them for standing up for the players, is not going to allow the league to mandate the vaccine for NBA players. There will be no mandate that is put in place. This will be an interesting story to follow because there are likely to be many areas in left-wing dominated cities that are going to have requirements that you have the vaccine in order to be able to go to games. It will be intriguing to see how exactly this shakes out. Clay goes on, I appreciate the NBAPA standing up for their players. Finally, the NBA says roughly 85% of its players are vaccinated. But the problem, again, ladies and gentlemen, these NBA players, they're not going to stick up for you. They want you to vote for these politicians who are forcing vaccine mandates against your will. Now, the NBAPA, they're fighting for the NBA players, but everyday Joes, oh no, you got to follow whatever mandates are in place. The NBA players are complete and utter hypocrites. They are. And I'm glad I just exposed them on this video here. This is completely ridiculous, folks. NBA players don't want vaccine mandates, but they want you to vote for people who are implementing vaccine mandates for you to go to work and provide for your family. But the NBA players, they can provide for their families without any type of mandates. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Live fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to Black and White Live, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.